All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're unpacking an announcement that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi novel, but it is aiming for massive real-world impact. We're looking at a multifaceted blueprint from MKA Attorney and Vinco Inc. that merges the cutting-edge worlds of AI and Web3 with some immense agricultural and socioeconomic goals. It's a fascinating document, so we're going to break down exactly what this source material is proposing, step by step, so you can see the full picture.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our agenda for today. We'll look at their record 30-day completion, the TAMTI structure, the VIN token ecosystem, these new model cooperatives, and finally, their vision for 155 billionaires. Let's get right to it. Starting things off with Section 1, Record 30-day completion. The immediate news hook here revolves around Vinco Inc., which is led by CEO and Chairman Ha Fong.
According to the official announcement, the timeline for this massive project was, frankly, obliterated. They state that a process that traditionally could take over 8 long years to complete was compressed into a record 30-day delivery window. How? Well, they claim this 100-fold increase in speed was achieved by integrating over 90% artificial intelligence support into their workflow. It's a pretty wild claim about the sheer power of AI to compress traditional business timelines.
But how exactly did they harness this AI? The text points specifically to a proprietary copyright formula built by MKA Attorney, or MKA, which they call MB-Tag. It was through the application of this specific MB-Tag formula that MKA says they managed to finalize and hand over what they're calling the TAMTI IPs in literally a single month. Moving on to Section 2, the TAMTI structure, which represents heaven, earth, and human. Let's look at how the announcement translates these philosophical concepts into concrete, modern business deliverables.
First up is the Pillar of Heaven, or Tian. In this framework, heaven is all about knowledge and education. We're talking 1-, 3-, and 5-day training programs focused entirely on Web3 and the metaverse. The stated orientation here is about transferring knowledge and rapidly developing human resources specifically to build up the Vinco ecosystem.
Then we have the second pillar, Earth, or Dia. This one centers on personal branding and global reach. It involves finalizing a brand book for Ha Fong, again utilizing that MB-Tag AI formula we just talked about. The goal is absolutely massive. They're aiming to reach readers in 193 United Nations countries and territories. The plan is to publish it through the People's Public Security Publishing House in Vietnam and simultaneously integrate it with Amazon to drastically boost user traffic for the broader Vinco ecosystem.
And that brings us to the third and final pillar, human or Nyan. If heaven is education and earth is global branding, human is the technological foundation tying the whole shebang together. This is the smart super app Vinco. According to the document, this app serves as the central hub where those trained resources and global users will actually connect, operate, and exchange value.
All right, Section 3, the VIN token ecosystem. Having set up those structural pillars, the explainer now pivots to the underlying financial mechanics designed to actually power this operation.
So the crucial point here is this specific number outlined for Phase 1 of the Super App deployment, 50 million. The announcement details a plan to issue 50 million VIN tokens. This is essentially where the Web3 training mentioned in the Heaven pillar starts to hit real-world economic application inside the app.
But those 50 million VIN tokens aren't just floating in a void. They are stated to be integrated into a staggering 7,750 billion real-world asset, or RWA, token ecosystem. To facilitate this massive digital-to-physical bridge, operations are slated to be routed through international gateways based in Singapore like US Trust, AGT Trust, and Novita Trust.
Which brings us to Section 4, new model cooperatives. This is where the plan dramatically shifts gears from digital infrastructure to huge physical agricultural ambitions.
The source material lays out some sweeping macro-level goals. The system aims to develop 155 regenerative economic groups paired directly with 155 socialist cooperatives. And the physical scale is immense. Each cooperative is planned to have a minimum footprint of 5,000 hectares. Notably, the announcement explicitly states this will operate on a no-land reclamation model, which suggests a strong focus on utilizing or optimizing existing agricultural spaces rather than displacing current landholders.
And this brilliantly illustrates the highly specific, sustainable profit-sharing mechanism outlined in the source text. The goal is a clear division of economic benefits that heavily favors the agricultural base. The distribution targets 78% going directly to the farmers in the community, with the remaining 22% allocated to the enterprise. It's framed as a mechanism to ensure sustainable, equitable growth within these massive cooperatives.
Finally, Section 5, Vision of 155 Billionaires. Let's look at the ultimate socioeconomic outcomes this entire system is designed to generate. The document states very clearly that the ultimate goal for Phase 1 of this project is to contribute to the formation of 155 US dollar billionaires. And the text actually qualifies this, specifically aiming for individuals who are ethical, young, and talented. It is a highly specific and exceptionally ambitious wealth generation target tied directly to the success of those 155 massive cooperatives we just discussed.
Alongside this immense wealth generation, the project also aligns itself with global sustainability metrics. The announcement details that their development orientation aims to meet 14 out of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It frames the project not just as an economic engine, but as an environmentally and socially responsible initiative on a global scale.
To back up this incredibly expansive vision, the announcement concludes by listing several authoritative signatories who are endorsing the document. This includes the MKA Institute, which the document notes is backed by 31 professors and PhDs. It also features individual endorsements from figures like Dr. and lawyer Do Hu Chin and Professor Dr. Nguyen Van Tal, lending significant academic and legal weight to the claims being presented.
The source document wraps up this vast technological and agricultural proposal with a highly patriotic framing. The concluding motto of the announcement is simply, "Joining forces for the great motherland." It's a fascinating call to action that attempts to bind the high-tech, futuristic world of AI and Web3 tokens with a deep sense of national duty and collective agricultural progress.
Which leaves us with the ultimate question presented by this document. We've seen the claims, right? Condensing 8 years of work into 30 days using AI, launching millions of tokens linked to real-world assets, and orchestrating massive 5,000-hectare cooperatives. But with this unprecedented combination of artificial intelligence, Web3 technology, and large-scale agriculture, can this model truly execute on its vision to create 155 new USD billionaires? It is a staggering blueprint, and honestly, only time will tell how these ambitious plans actually unfold in the real world. Thank you for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the information around you.